Okay, now we can start. Okay, welcome and thank you, Charles, our first AMA today. I'm my colleague, Lois, and are delighted to host the AMA today. Together with our guests, the CEO and the COO of the Monsters Era game, Mr. Chung and Mr. Tung. So, Chloe, can you help me to introduce our agenda today?
Yes. Hi guys, this is Chloe, Marketing Director from Hubgame. I'm serving a video to talk about the Hubgame and the first new era project. I hope we will have some interesting conversation tonight. And tonight we have three phases. Phase one is introduce the game, and phase two we share about the achievement and by final round 2 and 3, and phase 3 Q&A.
Okay, Mr. Chung and Mr. Chung, can you say hi to the community?
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Chung. I'm CEO of Game Studio. So, firstly, I would like to thank you for choosing Monster Era in the first project in the ecosystem. With 15 experience of game development studio, and we have some product for receive feature Google. I hope to give you exciting game and happy experience in Monster Era. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm Jay, I'm CEO of this project. Today I'm so proud to sit here to say about our project. Thanks for listening today.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chung and Mr. Tung. So now I will introduce a bit about the Hubgame project, the Hubgame ecosystem, and next I will introduce a bit about the Monster Era. So for about the Hubgame, so we are the world of 50 NFT games. So where people can play, can earn, can trade with across the games. So our ecosystem is included everything for the gamers. We have the logback, we have the fiat payment gateway, we have the digital access wallet, we have DeFi, we have centralized chains, and we have NFT marketplace. And you can say that our ecosystem is the one stop shop, the one community, the one token, and the 50 NFT game. So we are backed by the Fanpage corporations. We partner with NiPay and NiPay and the TikTok, and we also backed by the IDG Venture Capital of Vietnam. And we will utilize the 40 million traditional game player from Fanpage, and they game store around 120 plus games, and we have around 1,000 experienced engineers, and we have a network of 40 game makers. So we already have 3 NFT games in our stores, and then it's ready to launch. And the first game is the Monster Era. So now the Color Games Studio will introduce about the first game in the Hubgame ecosystem, Monster Era. Yeah.
So, okay.
The first question for Mr. Chung. Can you share about the inspirations that made you create Monster Era?
Okay, so monster is a famous keyword, and we can find many game monster in the store. I like monster. Just firstly, I like monster. So especially in monster, I want to make a game multiple player can play in a game. So in the monster you will see a lot of monster in the many type, many class, many shape, and one monster will have a special skill. The, the upcoming product is a combination of puzzle battle and strategy, and with the feature team PvP, you have the guy girl who was. I have many similar products in, but I think this Monster is the best product, and I hope you wait and experience it as well.
Hello, Mr. Tung. So I have one question. Like, what's the difference between the Monster Errors and other previous GameFi projects?
Yeah, with the Monster, it's very beautiful and strong monster in the game. So that user will have motivation to play and to collect, and they can
Okay, thank you. So I also read the very detail about the Monster Era white paper. You guys write very details, and I understand that the way that you guys launch the tokens is not it's different with the previous GameFi project. So now you guys launch in the Hubgame ecosystem. That means that you guys use the Hub token for your games, and also the Hub token can use in the whole ecosystem. So you can solve the issues of the low liquidity compared to other games. And for the Monster Errors, I think that with the way that we launch is like we build into the sustainable model. That means we have the very good story games. Unlike other projects, they emphasize too much into the earning the money from the game. They not emphasize the story into the game. So that's it. I think the difference between our product, our game compared to other projects. Yeah.
Yeah. And the hot game, as announced, we have a 3 round sale. I know. And do you know? In the first round, we sold down the 500 boxes within 1 hour. 1 hour. 1 hour, and it is a great achievement for our team. And if you miss the first round, buy round 2 on August 12 and round 3 on August 30. And Peter?
Yes, Kent. I can like show how to buy the I know round 2. So for the round 1, we sold 500 box within 1 hour. It's like the record. Like now, we will continue to sell these round 2. So you guys can click into the hubgame.io, and then you guys will see the pop-up. There is countdown pop-up, and you can click to the buy now button, and then you connect to your wallet. It can be the MetaMask wallet or Binance wallet. Then you follow our guidance into on the website. You choose the box and the amount of the box that you want to buy, and you make the payments. So we have the very clear videos on our YouTube. You can search the Hubgame YouTube. Yeah, it's very easy to buy.
Okay, and round 2 we have 2 types of boxes. First, the box open 1/8, and second, the box open 2/8. You can open extremely grade 8 and grade 8 to types of 8 have a strong monster open rare.
Okay, I think we just finished the phase 3 about the INOs. We introduced our guests, our participants about how to buy the INOs. So now I think we can start with the Q&A. We have a lot of questions now. So can we start
Yeah.
now? You guys ready?
Yeah.
The first question, let me check. If the name is very like familiar, maybe my friend. So he has 3 questions. What is the current progress of the first games? When we can get open the lovely NFT box? And have we got any VC back in the projects, or we will get in any more VC backers in the future? So I think Mr. Tung can answer this question, right?
Yeah. Let me see. So with the question about the progress of the project,
Yeah.
the project has reached the final state of completion, possibly launching in maybe September, the end of September. Please wait for us. When we get to open the NFT box, I can say that it will be open in 1 or 2 weeks next. So you can get more information on the channel, Telegram channel, or Twitter. And the third question, we have several VCs and linkings in our project, but now we can show it, and maybe in August there will be about 3 or 4 big backers to increase the number of users you saw in this.
Thank you, Mr. Tung. So I think the first questions, his answer is very clear. So we can continue with our second questions. If the questions for Hubgame is outside about the Hubgame games, other companies' game can launch in Hubgame platform or not? So that is the question. So this question, I think, Mr. Tung, can you answer the questions?
Sorry, please repeat your question. Yeah, Peter, please repeat your question.
Yes. So the questions is, in our ecosystem have 50 games, and we have the whole ecosystem to launch the games. So they ask that if we can launch like other studios outside of Hubgame can launch their project in platform or not.
Oh, yeah. I don't understand Chinese. So I can answer that. With the product of other companies, if it completely corporate to be released on the Hubgame portal, maybe I can say that it can, yeah. But we have some we have some the condition or the regulation for the product if it want to be published with other product on the Hubgame. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Tung. And I also have one thing to emphasize that if you guys know about the FunTap collaborations, their product is really high standards. So if the game that put into the FunTap, the game ecosystem, it should have the same standard. So it's we will cooperate with other company, but they have to have the good product and high standard. Yeah. So we can continue with the third question. The question is for me. Surprise. What is the goal of the developers when developing 50 game file? So we need to come back with the problems of the game files recently first. The game file recently they have problem with the low profit. That means you can search in the market now. Lack of game that can bring good profit for the players. So players feel boring and they don't want to play game. And also because if we build only one game, so the liquidity is very low. So if we build 50 games, so every game can support each other. So we have big liquidity pool, and in the Hubgame ecosystem, we also have the other product like you guys can do margin or can do collaterals with your NFTs and your tokens. So we also have the whole ecosystem for you guys to manage the access and trading on our centralized chains within 50 games. And when we build the 50 games, it's like less risky than we build only one game, because you know that when we build one game, the life cycle sometimes is only few months or even a year. But we have the whole ecosystem. We have 50 games to support each other, so we have the long cycle for our ecosystem. So I think my answer quite clear for the third questions. For the four questions, that I read the four questions, I can see that monster errors will only have one token hub yield across all 50 games in Hubgame. That is great because there will be limited supplies and reduce the risk of draining the liquidity pool. I read about the miners land in the monster errors white papers. In order to utilize the features, we must invest in NFT bet first, right? He asked if he want to play game, he must to invest into the NFT bets first, right?
I can see that question, and you must have NFT to earn the token, but if you don't have NFT, you can go into the game and summon the non-NFT pet and the non-NFT monster, and you play a game like a traditional user. Yeah,
very good answers. So we have very good questions here. As per the roadmap, the testnet is on 15 to 27 August. Who can participate in the testings and how to become one of the testers? So this question for Mr. Chung.
Sorry, can you repeat again?
So they saw that the testnet is on 15 to 27 August. So they asked, he asked that who can participate in the testings and how to become one of the tester.
Okay, everyone interested, you can join and test it. Everyone.
Yes, everyone's with the MetaMask or Binance Wallet account, you can log in and then can test the game. Everyone can join the tester. Thank you, Mr. Chung. So we have the very long questions here. Another questions. 4 questions. Let me check. Let me pass the question, I think. This question is what? A pot of a lot of games? Will the token keep its price? What are the future plans of the project? With so many games, are you confident in the marketing team? What the marketing team will do to communicate for this project? I also know a lot of projects like this, like Wimix, Galas. I hope you will develop as well as them. So, Mr. Tung, so this question, I think Mr. Tung, he can answer.
I can see that we have many ways to keep the token price, because we can control the token on in tokenomic. We also control the token in secret and around. But maybe one thing that with the X game we we have many ways to defeat the token. Is maybe we continuously release the game and use as a hard card, so the token will keep the. And with the second question, that with the marketing team regarding to the marketing plan, X game or X project. First, you have a different marketing plan to get the game free, the traders the game user to share the game, creating the plan in the game, or keeping the data the game. So I think with the token we keep is for the 50 game in Hub.
And thank you, Mr. Tung. So another very good question here is like, how many NFTs can players have in one wallet? Can a player play and enjoy the game with only one NFT?
Yeah, there's no limit to the number of NFT in one wallet or one account, but you can use only 5 NFT in each month.
Thank you, Mr. Tung. With only one NFT, you can play the game. Unlike others, you should buy like the collection to play the game. Now we only need one NFT. You can buy can play the game. So we continue with our next questions. Is the token Hub can play in other game or not? How can you control the inflations in the token? So this question is, I can answer these questions. So actually we build the Hub game. That means that we want to build the whole ecosystem for 50 games. That means the Hub is the token that can play, can use, can be the transactions, can use as the transaction fee into 50 games. And how can we control the inflation inflation rate? You can see that previous project, the models is the people who join the games before, they will have the chance to earn a lot of tokens, and then when they sell the token, the people later we have drop problem, they will lose, and they even have a lot of token but they cannot sell because the liquidity pool is very low. For us, we have the new model. We build we raise the funds on the INO first, and when we raising the funds, we see the demands of the players. So if the players want to play that game a lot, that means that we need to mint a lot of token for them. And when we do that, we will limit it or reduce the inflation rate. And we also if one game in our 50 game ecosystem have some issues, it's not good, we will do the governance voting. So people who hold the Hub token can do the voting, and then we can remove the games, and all the token in the tokenomics will be burnt. And who already own that NFTs or the token from that game, so the fund tap and also the Hub game companies will buy back. So it's really safe for the investor. Yep. So the next question is for the monster era game. So the monster inside the game can trace like the NFT or not. How to own it, the monster in the game?
Okay. I will answer these 2 questions. So there are 2 or 3 ways. There are 3 ways to get the NFT monster. Firstly, we can trade and exchange in marketplace. The second is we can breed the monster, and thirdly, we can mint non-NFT to NFT with cost. We use the token to mint the NFT non-NFT to NFT in marketplace. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chung. So another question is also for the monster era game. So the question is that what is the special things of the monster era?
Okay, the monster era is the game online, and we have many class in the monster era: hero, dam, and support monster. and we have many beautiful monster, and with each monster we have a special skill. And Monster Ra, is the puzzle battle game, and we have strategy in gameplay. So in the future, we can play with friend and by Google.
That's good. That's good. I think I should ask my friends also can buy some box to play. This sounds awesome. So I think we have the last question here. The last question is how the hub tokens can be used, and how can we get this hub token? So I think the question, Mr. Tung, you can answer or not?
Yeah. About the use case of hub in our project, that there are three features to use the hub token. The one thing is used to power up your energy. The second is for breeding, and the third is for betting in a PvP feature. And you can earn the token from the daily quest in game. And in addition, it can be earned in ranking mode each season. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Tung. I think so. I think we can find some more questions in the Facebook. Let me check. How do we get the miner? So I saw one question from Facebook. So I think we already answered all the questions that is submitted via the Google Forms. So now we come to the Facebook comment to answer the questions of the people. So the first question, how do we get the miners? So for the first question, I think I can answer. The miners here is because we lost the items in the Hubgame platform, so people can buy the NFT. So they are the miners. So you just follow our first session that Chloe and me show you guys how to buy the box. Yeah, just log into our platforms and wait, countdown 2 days later and buy the box. Then you guys can be the miners and can be play the game. So it's very good comment for the Monster Era game here. I mean they really like the game that have the story line. So our game is we not emphasize much into the B2E, but we still can earn money. But we focus on the storylines of the game. Okay. Some people they feel sad because they missed the first. I know, but they sure that they will buy the second round of the I know. So one more questions from from Ben. He asked where to buy the box. I already mentioned that we can log into the hubgame.io and then you can see the countdown. Then you can buy the box. The next question from Alvin. When we open the beta, can we answer this question, Mr. Chung? When we open the beta,
this mean testnet, right?
Yes. The beta mean yeah.
Let's say this August 15 this August.
Yeah, So from the 15th this August and to 27th, if I'm not remember wrong, we will do the testnet. And then next month we will do the mainnet, right? Mainnet on 7th September. Can you confirm? So our September for the mainnet of the game, right?
Yes. The mainnet in the 7 September.
Yeah, thank you. Very good. I saw very good question for Mr. Chung and Mr. Tung. why do you choose Monster Era in the first projects in the Hubgame ecosystem? Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I think Monster Era is a solo story that will make it easy for us to reach many different users because it is easy to play and therefore we have choose Mantegara as the first project of the Hub game ecosystem. We believe this is a great choice.
okay, let me check. Okay, we have one last question from Facebook. Will Hubgame ever sell properties on the metaverse? Do we plan to sell property in the metaverse? I think we don't, right? We don't sell properties in our metaverse. Oh, for the question, yeah, I think we don't sell. We don't sell. Can you confirm?
Yeah, depend on project. So we have some more project, but we don't have a metaverse in our field.
Yeah. So for our first 3 games, we don't focus on the metaverse. We focus on the storylines, the games, and also I just saw one more question. When we release the mainnet this September, will it be play to earn already?
Yeah, of course.
Yes. You heard from Mr. Chung. That means that from next month, when you play the mainnet, that means you already can play to earn. So this is the time for you to buy the annual box to play the game. Okay, another question from me. How the idea of Hubgame came and how long it took to build all these systems and structures of the project. The ideas of the Hubgame came from the Fanpage collaborations and maybe the whole teams. We have the very big traditional game companies, but we saw the game good market, but the traditional model of the GameFi is not sustainable. So our team work together to build the sustainable model for people who love to play games and who love to play the GameFi. So with this ecosystem, we have the roadmap until 2026. We can release total 50 games and the whole ecosystem. So, but we also not stop at the 50 games. When we reach 50 games already, so we will check that which game that have the low value, low incomes, or the player they lack of interest into the game. So we can do the votings and replace with the new games. We will always have the new game to put more into our ecosystem one day. Okay, I think that is the last questions today. Yeah. I think that's it, the last question. Yeah.
I think we have a great AMA together tonight. And thank you, Mr. Chung and Mr. Dung and Peter for sharing the Hubgame and Monster Era project. And special thanks to the users supporting and watching us. Do not miss the next 2 AMA 3-5 everyone. See ya.
Yeah, bye bye.